speaking of saving that money, we're going to talk about a story about a friend that we've had on the show at the Vault. I've interviewed, PBD's interviewed multiple times. I'm talking about Robert Kiyosaki. He's actually the only person I know that has never said my catchphrase when I asked him to do it, save that money. He's like, save that money? Save what? He took $1, it was a Zimbabwe dollar, and went and ripped it in half.
I
now
love
listen,
how you didn't even rip the fake one.
these are real dollars, Nat.
Sorry.
I would never.
Sorry.
But he ripped the dollar, and he's like, money is garbage. And I said, yeah, maybe when you have $100 million, the average person isn't ripping money. But Robert Kiyosaki, who likes speaking his mind, definitely ain't shy, likes going on podcasts, likes interacting with people. But if you piss Robert Kiyosaki off and you say the wrong thing, homie, don't play that.
Ooh.
So here's a clip right here that Kelly's going to play of Robert Kiyosaki on a podcast feeling some type of way, getting triggered about someone putting words in his mouth. Go ahead.
I mean, during these years, I assume you had the chance to get to know very successful entrepreneurs, CEOs of very large companies. Those you mentioned that they've created their brand, that they've created these.
I don't give a shit about CEOs now. I don't.
Well, I was gonna. Yeah.
Most of them are here. Most CEOs.
I meant like founders of large companies. That was what I was meaning. But
no, you don't have to. Please don't put words in my fucking mouth. I didn't say that. Okay, that pisses me off.
No.
Don't say I hang out with CEOs and you have to be a major corporate. You don't have to be. So please don't say I said that. Be very careful. That upsets me more than anything else. Okay, you can be small and still build a brand.
Okay.
You can, I just did $100 million deal, but I'm still a small investor. Understand, it's nothing to do with size. It has to do with knowledge.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to say to you, the reason most people don't make it over here, they just want to get paid. They think money is the most important thing on earth. Money is not important to me. It's my education's important to me. It's what do I learn? How do I do it? Can I build a brand? If you can build a brand, you're a mega millionaire. I'm trying to say to you, the reason.
My guy.
Don't put words in my mouth.
In the camera. He's like, don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that shit. Robert Kiyosaki don't play. We had him at the Vault.
Yes.
What was that? 6 months ago, 9 months ago?
Last year.
By the way, shout out to our team, our sales team at PBD Consulting, Bed David Consulting, that did a great job at our recent event at the SLS. Amazing event. So shout out to you guys. But the Vault is coming up.
Yes, with our speakers.
September. We just announced Tom Brady is going to be one of the speakers. Mike Tyson is going to be one of the speakers. The author of Unreasonable Hospitality, one of the speakers. He was running the #1 restaurant in New York at one point. But Robert Kiyosaki was one of the speakers last year. And if you think that Robert Kiyosaki ain't afraid to go off on somebody, you see what he went off on. I had a chance to interview him after PBD's interview. And I said, Robert, I don't want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about real estate. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about the economy. I just want to talk about relationships.
Yeah.
And he goes, ooh, I like this topic. He's like, did you know that I was a big fat beta? I was like,
Whoa.
what?
Wow.
I'm like, I didn't even have to ask the question. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. He's
Tell
like,
me
yeah, I'm
more.
getting a divorce right now. I didn't realize how to treat my wife, Kim. We got divorced. I was like, make sure the cameras are rolling. He goes, yeah, roll the cameras. I was like, because usually a lot of people, you know, especially they'll talk money all day long if that's their thing.
Right.
But when you ask them about relationships and women and dating and intersexual dynamics, all of that, they kind of get a little close to the vest. He's like, roll the fucking cameras, buddy. I feel like Robert Kiyosaki's at a point in his life right now. He's like, he doesn't give a shit. He's made hundreds of millions of dollars. He's developed a brand. He's developed a legacy. I think at this point, he just wants to be himself.
Right.
So here's this guy in this clip right now, just kind of putting words in his mouth, which, to be honest with you, I don't think it was that big of a deal. Yeah. I just think it triggered Kiyosaki, and Rich Dad didn't show up. Poor Dad rolled up. He's like, oh, you think Poor Dad's here? Let me show you Ghetto Dad real quick. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another. Or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.